Welcome back. Tonight I'm going to be scrapping an outside light. It's off the outside of a commercial building. It's a low pressure sodium light, so there should be a pretty big ballast in there and some bronze and a little bit of copper. Okay, so this is what I'm going to be scrapping tonight. Again, it's off the outside of a big commercial building. It's 347, so there should be a pretty big ballast in there. The outside should be all aluminum. Let me check. Yeah, we got a little magnet there. Yeah, so this is all aluminum, so I should get a couple pounds of aluminum, some steel, and a little bit of copper. Okay, so this is what's inside there. This part here is the capacitor. Those you can get a shock off. This hasn't been plugged in for a long time, so I'm not too worried about it. This is the socket. There should be a lot of brass inside there. This is the transformer, or ballast. I'll show you how to scrap that in a later video. This is the reflector. That should be aluminum, so I'm just going to take some of it out and see what we get. Okay, so right now I've got the light broken into two pieces, so I'm just going to scrap this so you can see there's a couple of screws up top and a couple of screws down bottom. So I'm just going to pop those out and then take that plastic lens out, and I'll get a little bit of shred, and I'll get that nice chunk of aluminum. Alright, so I'm about halfway through scrapping that light, and that's the aluminum, so I've got 3 pounds 2 ounces of aluminum just from the outside part. So let's see what I get off the back. Okay, so next I'm going to be working on the socket. So usually that's all brass in there, and this one's kind of interesting. Looks like they've got like a reducer screwed in there. So I'm going to take that apart and see what I get out of this. Okay, so I just got that apart. There was actually an adapter down inside, so I ended up having to smash the porcelain. But I ended up getting a little bit of brass there. So now it's on to this beast. So I've got that big transformer in there, that capacitor, and I'm trying to get this aluminum here. Okay, so I've got everything stripped out of this half. So I've got another 3.7 or 3 pounds 7 ounces of aluminum. So that brings me up to just over 7 pounds. So it's a pretty good aluminum score. I also have a transformer. And that weighs about 7 pounds 8 ounces. I've got its friend here from another light off the same building, and both of these are copper. Sometimes the larger one will be aluminum, but in these it just happens to be they're both copper. So these will definitely be worth pulling apart. I will show you how to take those apart in a later video. So that took about 15 minutes to pull it apart. I probably have about $10 worth of stuff, so $40 an hour is definitely worth it. What I do is I collect a bunch of them, and I do them as an assembly line, so it definitely makes it worthwhile then. So join me again.